look who's here.
It's the bean guy.
It's the certified bean boy, because today we're going to taste baked beans. I almost said refried beans, but I didn't. These are, okay, so we're going to be trying some things we have tried in the past, and we're going to be trying some new things. So this is the third time we are doing a baked bean taste test. That's how dedicated we are to finding the best baked beans, which is impressive, I think.
And I wore my shirt that if I get bean juice on it, I could just go home and not say anything.
It's really a nice bean colored shirt. Mm-hmm. It's like a light kidney bean color, I would say. Okay. Yeah, it's beautiful. And so yeah, I don't know. Is there anything, I'm also curious, do you have an affinity for any of the beans you see before you?
I haven't had a lot of baked beans that I don't like. I will say that generally I just get Bushes.
Mm-hmm. You kind of can't go wrong.
You know that they're going to be great.
I know.
And I don't really have. So there's a number of baked bean recipes that I've experimented with, and usually they all just start with taking an actual can of Bushes and putting it into something, and then adding like more meat and other stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I do have like a straight up bean recipe, but then Josh kind of exposed it in the Mythical cookbook.
What did he do?
He just made it actually good.
Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciated that.
It had never occurred to me to make baked beans by myself, and I think mostly because it seems like if you get them in a restaurant, there's like a lot of like smoking of meat and stuff like that involved, and it's just like, or you could just open a can. Okay.
Yes.
So I think that we should start with maybe our best of the best, which would be, I just think we should know what we're dealing with. Okay. And I think it's actually the one that wound up all the way on the end over there, if you just want to grab
so
that.
It is the, best of the best. This is Bush's Best Brown Sugar Hickory.
And so Bush's is definitely, overrepresented here because Bush's happens to make extremely delicious beans. Even just like their canned beans are really good.
Look what we did here.
These look saucy.
Look what you did here.
Uh-oh. We left a mark on the table.
My wife is going to be, oh no.
So I will say that I think that the heat marks do...
They go away?
Fade.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I won't tell my wife.
Okay, please, Jesse, don't kill us.
Okay, well, they're very...
saucy?
And syrupy almost. Like, that's a dark sauce. Like, this actually might leave a stain.
Wait, so this was hickory, brown sugar hickory?
Hickory brown sugar.
Okay.
How many beans are we going to end up eating?
I think there's like 13 beans
13?
here.
And I've got like at least 12 beans here. I don't want to overthink it.
You just got to go with it. What do you think? I feel like it's like a really good baseline.
I mean, that's really, really tasty. I definitely am tasting... The brown sugar is a little bit different than just a regular old sweetness. And the hickory, these would be good with like a pulled pork that had been smoked in some hickory.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that would be incredible.
They're pretty simple.
Very simple, but it tastes the most like what you expect.
You give a rating? Beans. What do you do?
So for these videos, we don't usually give a rating.
What do you do? What do you guys do over here?
Well,
you do a rating on the website, but I don't see you do ratings in the videos. Like you don't say like 8.1.
We don't do ratings while we're tasting because we want to like.
Because that would be too much to think about.
No, we want to like really think about it. We want to give it thought. So what we will do here though is we will pick the best beans.
Okay, so I just want to. I know.
So you have to keep that in mind.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the. Okay. All right.
So that's great. We did
There's no spice at all in that.
Mm-mm. Do you like some?
I like a little spice. I like a little. I want a little bit of a curveball. I'm
gonna keep these here so we can keep going back to them as like here's what beans taste like. So let's try our best spicy, which is sweet heat.
Okay, I like that.
Sweet heat.
Well, they look
easy
similar.
and delicious.
Okay.
You gotta love that. I think it says it on all of them.
Oh, they're all easy and delicious, and they're canned in the USA.
They are true. These are very easy to make in a microwave. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's different.
I mean,
It's a different sweetness too.
as a single bite, I'm sure you've experienced this. So like, there's a difference between taking a single bite and then enjoying something as a meal, right? This is a really tasty single bite.
Yeah.
I worry if I just had a bowl of these,
Yeah.
if by the end I would be a little bit too sweet and a little bit too heat.
And they probably have a lot of sugar in them, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of distressing. I put a Post-it note over it so we don't even have to worry about how much sugar they have.
I really like
Yes.
it, but I don't know if it surpasses just the Hickory.
They're pretty good. Okay. Since we're on since we are on the subject of sweet heats.
Okay.
Of the sweets and the heats, then I think we should try. I'm just gonna push them out as we.
Are you gonna remember all this?
Am I gonna remember all
You gotta
this?
remember what we tasted?
Yeah, this is my new methodology, which is pushing it forward if we. Try
Oh,
it.
okay.
Isn't that brilliant?
Well, it works.
Okay. So this is another. This is another sweet heat situation, but this is just
Kroger.
Kroger brand.
Sweet and spicy. Good Lord, that's a lot of beans in the front.
So I think that good Lord, it really is.
I mean, how many? I feel like that's too many beans for a can.
pounds? It's pounds of beans. Also, I mean, these cans are.
That's a good amount of
gargantuan.
beans. Like
Yeah.
a spoonful of beans? I thought that was a giant spoon of beans, but it's a big pot.
It's a big like skillet kind of situation. It's a stressful amount of beans, but
Like if you had beans stacked in a skillet like that, like sure, I mean, listen. You're getting beans all over the place.
if you want beans to stack, then you should buy these beans, basically.
So maybe a similar thing. They're not as dark.
I don't like them as much.
They're definitely not as good. You know what I'm saying when I say they have a beaniness, like a. I hate to say that as the bean guy, but like
These beans are quite beany.
They're kind of like the first thing you taste is. Wait, first of all, I feel like I should know this. Beans are. What are they? What does the plant look like? It's like a pod, right? It's like a pod, and there's beans.
Justine just made a bean plant with her body.
And
Went like this.
these feel a little bit like they haven't had enough done to them.
Okay.
Like beans can take a lot. Like they feel like they're asking to be really thoroughly flavored. And something about this just didn't happen for me.
I feel like I'm getting a weird aftertaste
Yes.
from them. Like
Yeah.
it's like not great.
Is it more can?
It doesn't even taste like, it tastes like, I don't know, the smell of like, if you stop too short in your car and you can actually smell brakes, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's very specific,
Your
but
mom reaches over and tries to keep you from
yeah, from
Going
flying
through the
out of the windshield, because that's how accidents work.
that's right.
Who needs seatbelts when you just have mom arms?
Yeah, and Kroger usually does a good job.
We love Kroger. We
But,
love a lot of Kroger products. These are not great.
Not great. I mean,
Okay.
I would continue to eat them if I didn't know about the other beans.
But if you
I
had to
do know-
eat that many of
Oh,
them,
no, I would not.
Forget
I'd be-
about it.
I'd be in a world of hurt.
forget about it. Okay, now this is exciting.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, so these are
Oh, grilling beans.
grilling
Hot
beans,
honey?
hot honey, Bush's, and they're like Mike's Hot Honey branded. So this is like a
so-
cool collab product.
What does grilling beans mean?
Oh man,
Do you know about that?
bean appetit. I don't know. I feel like that barely works, but I like it. What are the grilling beans?
Like, they're trying to sell an idea, like it's for when you're grilling.
Yeah, but
It's all marketing.
it is. I know. It does look like if you are shopping for a barbecue and you see this can in the aisle, you'll be like, yeah, I'm grilling beans.
The honey is very prominent. Like the sweetness in these is a honey sweetness.
I have an answer for you. Grilling beans are a side dish of navy beans and a smoky sauce that goes well with grilled meats.
Okay,
Yeah.
so smoky sauce.
Okay.
Is probably what they're going for with these.
Well, they nailed that. Is it too different?
I don't like it.
I think it might be too different.
I think that the honey flavor, to me, it's what, like Rhett said, you taste that first. Like,
Whereas like a brown sugar or just regular sugar is probably a little bit more suited to a bean.
I agree. These like, it tastes like a bath product to me, like a honey kind of like.
That feels harsh.
I don't like them personally.
Yeah, I know. I gotta admit, and I mean, I like hot honey and I like beans, but sometimes two things don't go together, and you just have to be honest about it.
I think that a lot of brands have been trying to wedge hot honey into things, and it's like not always working. But you know what we like? Trying things.
That's right. Yeah, we like trying new things.
You gotta make new things so as we can try them. Okay, so let's try another grillin' beans, and
Okay.
this is one that is Southern Pit Barbecue grillin' beans.
Oh, it's got diced onions in it. You see those diced onions? They really show up in that picture.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And
they
that's
have a
this
lot
one?
going on.
So let's see if we can. Oh yeah, there's definitely onions in there.
Pair with steaks, chops, or ribs. Kind of don't tell me what to do. A little.
Wow.
What kind of beans are these?
I think
Like
that-
small white beans.
Yeah, I think they're all pretty much the same bean. That is that is really smoky, but in a really like
They are navy beans.
in a like actually taste like it was smoked, not taste like liquid smoke, if you know what I'm saying.
I do.
How did they pull that off? Let me see if they did put liquid smoke.
I was gonna say, but it's just liquid smoke, but they did a good job.
Natural smoke flavor.
Wow. It works.
And
Whatever.
you can taste the onions for sure.
Yeah. They lied about their visual impact though.
They're not as big. They're not as big as they are on the can.
No, I'm glad they show bell peppers on this can, and I'm glad to not see many of them
there's
in
one.
here. Oh yeah, look at that.
They do have them in there. I don't know. This is really good.
These are really, really good. These are my favorites so far.
I was going to say these
personally.
might be better than the Hickory
Yeah,
smoked.
which we still have right here if you want to do a side-by-side comparison. These are so much more neutral. These taste exactly like, this is a can of beans that you are like bringing on a camping trip with you and like
Still
having with
very good,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Not still really good, but not nearly as exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a new discovery.
Those are real good.
So these have moved to the top.
Ooh, I love them. Yeah, I think those are fantastic.
How have you not used a napkin yet? That's because you don't have a beard.
Yeah, I think that's true. I have a very light, feathery beard.
I basically have to
You
like
can't see it.
keep a napkin. I'm like an old man who's drooling.
Just like constantly dabbing.
Okay, what next?
How about okay, so I think we should try some of these new beans because, these are, okay, this is a good idea. I have a good idea.
Okay.
So these are Saucy Spoon. I've never seen this brand before, but when I was shopping for this taste test, there were like not a lot of new options. So like, of course, we'll retaste the things we've already taste tested, but this Saucy Spoon brand was new info, and it actually says new on the can.
Oh, wow, but then you know it's new.
Certified new. So
That's a good amount of beans on the can too. Like it's an appropriate amount of beans.
totally, they're off to a
Look
good
how
start.
saucy that is. Like you can barely see the beans.
So they're extremely saucy.
Whoa! There are giant pieces of bacon. Oh no.
It looks,
Ooh.
everything's better with our bacon and our signature spice blend. I don't know about everything, but I'd settle for beans.
That is a giant piece of meat that I just ate with that bacon.
Is it pleasant or unpleasant?
It's good, but I almost feel like, is it too much?
I think I would say, to be totally honest, you get some smokiness on the finish for sure. But I wish it tasted more like bacon, given that I feel like the bacon's been
so
sapped.
much bacon in there. Did you get a big piece of it?
I think I maybe need a more bacony bite.
But I don't know how bacony it tastes. It's just there is a lot of bacon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely taste.
I like them.
It tastes like bacon bits.
I like them. They're not as good as the smoky grilling from Bush's.
So we do currently have a best bacon.
Okay.
And so let's try that and see how this stacks up.
So this is Bush's best maple and cured bacon.
Yum. Yeah, Bush's really has cornered the market on baked beans.
Oh, the thickness of this sauce too. I kind of like that.
I like that too. But this like has no visible bacon in it, I would say. But maybe that's okay.
The maple on these is really, really strong. But I like that taste.
Me too. It made me gasp. That's how much I liked it. Like, it really tastes delicious, I think.
It almost tastes like maple and bacon. It has almost a breakfast taste to it.
God, it is. These would be so good to eat
Where was the
with
one that we were
breakfast.
just, this one?
No, this one.
That's what we were just tasting?
Yeah.
And that one?
This one we haven't tried yet.
Oh, that's
jalapeno.
Got it. Is anyone doing here? Yeah, they're not as good.
I agree.
right.
I know.
The maple is nice.
I really love those.
Sauce too. Okay. Mm-hmm. So these
It's
are coming
not
back
like-
here.
I think that,
Going forward.
yeah, push those forward. I think that if I saw maple baked beans at the grocery store, I like maybe wouldn't buy them because I would think it would be too.
Because you're not Canadian.
That's true.
But you've always wanted to be.
Been outed as a non-Canadian. But I would think it would be like too sweet or too something, you know? But I think that like really works because they're still very savory.
Yeah. It's
I like it.
very tasty. Okay, so these are more saucy spoon.
Yeah, we're gonna try these. And they are saucy as all hell. There's a lot of juice in that can.
Yeah, I feel like it's too much.
I do too. These are jalapeno
you need that much sauce?
and bourbon flavored. I guess if you want to take shots of it.
The thing is that alcohol flavor can sometimes. Let's just see.
Let's see.
Before I judge it.
Let's see. But I think I know where you're going, and I think I agree with you.
I don't know. I love jalapeno flavor.
Okay.
So I like that part of it. Mm-hmm. Towards the end, it gets a little strange. Mm-hmm. It really started nice. And then, what happened?
There's a pretty strong jalapeno flavor, for sure, which is good. They did it. Hey, you did it. But then the bourbon, I think, actually does taste a little boozy
Yeah.
in like kind of a weird way.
There's a complexity here that they get a lot of points for trying new things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to mix it up a little bit, I would do these before I would do their bacon ones.
Okay. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it like transforms throughout the tasting. So it's interesting.
It is, and the heat from the jalapenos is tame, but it's there, and it's very nice. And it kind of builds as you're eating. And I appreciate that. I'm not like a huge spice person,
Okay.
but I like a little bit.
So yeah, I always, of the hot peppers, I think the jalapeno peppers are far and away the best flavor.
Because they like
I think
taste
when you do like
something.
habanero or like when people, especially when people do like Carolina Reaper flavor, the Carolina Reaper pepper tastes like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
is not
just
good.
to be spicy.
Jalapeno is a good pepper. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of those, but they're not rising to the top.
Not the top, but it's an interesting concept because I don't think that I have ever tasted baked beans with that much flavor in
And this is the
them.
same company again.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's their Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on to
Okay,
that, I
all right,
want to do
yep,
some more
yep.
boring ones.
Yep.
Like Bush's home style.
Okay,
baked
so they should
beans.
just feel like they should be normal.
Just like you've always made the
Brown
style
sugar,
of
tangy
home.
tomato, and bacon. So this is like
Classic, baby.
not throwing any curves at you.
This is very neutral, but very delicious.
Okay, the thing I really like about these is that tangy tomato taste, which it doesn't get all the way to like the classic like Heinz bean in the teal, like the British bean that you do beans on toast. But it's by far the closest to that. And actually, I think I probably learned it from, I don't know, maybe I learned it from Sporked.com. Let's say I learned it from Sporked.com.
I like that.
That Amy's baked beans are a good substitute for Heinz beans if you don't have Heinz beans. Oh. So I have those at home and do that on toast. These are really good though.
And I think you're totally right, is that they're like leaning more toward tomatoey than like syrupy sweet, like a lot of baked beans do.
Yeah.
It's good.
And they're also easy and delicious like the rest of Bush's lineup.
It's true.
What if one of them just said hard?
Yeah, this is going to be a real pain in the hole. I feel like, okay, either Bush's doesn't make commercials with the dog anymore, or I simply don't watch television with commercials anymore.
The dog died.
The dog died.
I don't know if the dog died or not.
It probably
But the dog talked. The dog talked.
The dog did talk. That was like, yeah, his secret, right?
I still see quite a few commercials because I watch enough sports to see commercials.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't seen the talking dog in a while.
He did die.
He did die. I don't know why I'm laughing. Because I was right.
Oh my God, that was absolutely euphoric response to finding out a dog died.
It's just a random golden retriever. We can get another one.
I know. I was thinking,
Life in Florida.
okay. Is that possible?
Sam had a great life in Florida with his mother, Susan, is what I want to say.
Okay.
Whatever. Guardian.
Well, we
You
need
guys.
his his children dogs to be the next one.
That's what they do with, okay. So there's a dog mayor in a town in California.
I've heard about this.
Okay. Idlewild has a golden retriever mayor,
Yes.
but they're not democratically elected. It's a dynasty at this point because they just keep appointing the next mayor
like the dog.
after the mayor dies.
Well, how do they?
And they're just like Mayor Max 2 or Mayor Max 3.
Well, how do they make decisions? Like put 2 bowls of food in front of him, like the puppy bowl, and see which one he goes to?
Yes.
All right, do have to interrupt again to avoid comments. Sam was one of 7 dogs, so yes, he died, but Duke, as a concept of a dog, continues.
Oh,
Duke, as a concept, lives on
Duke is inside all of them.
in our
right.
hearts.
Wow,
I went
okay.
our hearts and our minds.
That's right. Mhm. I get it.
Do you want to try the Amy's beans and see if,
Oh God.
because you like, okay, so you like the Heinz beans, it sounds like.
I do 4 beans on toast.
Okay.
Because, and I think I got shamed into this because I like beans a lot, and so I will put beans on toast. And then I saw some British person talking about how they tried to get beans on toast in America, and that all the beans were way too sweet. I was like, "What are y'all using?" And then it's like, "Oh, but you have to like order those from Amazon because they don't sell them in any stores."
I know.
And then these became like the go-to, and they're vegetarian.
I have to say that I really like them. I really like them more than I thought I was going to. They're maybe not as saucy as Heinz beans, but the flavor
They're not
is
as saucy.
very good.
But it is kind of almost a ketchup in the sauce.
Mm-hmm. It's very ketchup-like, but savorier. Like it's like maybe like they put like a little bit of like I don't want to say Worcestershire. I don't want to say it.
Well, because you can't.
But I want to think it. But you know what I'm trying to say. Worcestershire.
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 Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce.
I hate it. Yeah.
I like them. I will say, in the context of all these other beans that are more or less like a regular side, they don't do enough for me. But on a piece of buttered toast next to some over medium eggs, they're really, really good.
I think breakfast, and I think if you cut up a hot dog and put it in here, and I know that defeats the purpose of them being vegetarian
Beans and
beans,
weenies.
but I kind of don't care. I love beanie weenie.
I wonder how good these maple and cured bacon ones that we liked, they would be, like, because it's so breakfasty. Would that be good on something?
I think it really, really would be good. Okay, and I think we have 2 left. Okay, the barbecue baked beans. Let's try those.
Okay.
These are they really do make so many varieties of baked beans. It's like they couldn't possibly all be different, but they are.
So this is basically a classic zesty barbecue flavor.
Yes.
A little sweet, a little smoky.
And zesty. Plenty zesty. Again, I like them more than I thought I was going to, because I was just envisioning that they were just going to be swimming in barbecue sauce, and I was like, ugh.
I mean, honestly, it is the most, of all of these, it is the most swimming in barbecue sauce of our options. Mm-hmm. And it gets a little, for me, it gets a little too close to, like, I'm a North Carolina guy, and my barbecue sauce is like not, it is, in fact, where I come from, there's no tomato sauce in it at all.
Just it's
the vinegar,
mustard.
basically.
Okay. Oh, the vinegar base.
And mustard in South Carolina, which is like also one of my favorites. So
Me too. That's my favorite.
I have an aversion to just classic barbecue sauce. So that kind of puts me out of the running for really liking these.
Okay. I think there was like in our last taste test, we tried a Carolina Gold baked bean, but
really?
I do not think it was good, unfortunately.
I've never tried that.
Yeah. Justine tasted it. I don't think I tasted it. But I was excited
do you like
about
a Carolina Gold like sauce in general? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Trader Joe's Carolina Gold barbecue sauce is like legit.
Yeah. If you're ever in Jacksonville, Florida, there's a barbecue restaurant called Jenkins, and they have a mustardy yellow barbecue sauce that will always just be like the pinnacle in my life, even though it's outside of the Carolinas. But I bet they're from the Carolinas. That would be my guess.
You know, I don't know if you know this story, but he's not the guy who invented it, but he kind of made it famous, and he's a notorious racist.
Oh no.
Maurice. That sauce used to be in the local stores, and it had a Confederate flag on the sauce. And Walmart was like, "We're taking this off the shelf," and he was like, "We're taking it off the shelf if you don't remove the flag." He was like, "I'm not removing the flag."
All right then, Maurice.
And then his brother had another chain of restaurants, and so everyone who wasn't a racist started going to his brother's restaurant.
That's so crazy.
Little tale of South Carolina barbecue sauce.
To be a successful businessman, it's like, just don't be racist. The other guy's like, no, I won't. I thought about it and I won't.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Is he dead now?
I don't know. I just remember
Hope so.
as a...
Justine's are.
Yeah, let's see if he's dead.
This is dedicated to all of our fallen homies.
There's so many good options now that you don't have to feel compelled to get his sauce. I don't even know if he's still selling it. I mean, I'm sure there's still a relatively healthy market for
Was this a long time ago or
sauce.
Recently?
Is there? I mean, when I was in college, probably.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it has the flag on it anymore.
Oh yeah.
So
I bet he died.
Okay, so maybe it's not racist anymore. I don't want to get sued.
Nah.
It was at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
To hell with that sauce. Okay. So,
And now?
and now, last but not least, we have some more saucy spoons.
Okay, spicy roasted chipotle. I was going to say the only other really good pepper for seasoning things was chipotle, and here it is.
I really like them too.
Okay, let's find out what we got here.
They're smoky. These are also, saucy spoon really is not lying about being saucy. These are soupy. Soupy spoon.
Wow, that is spicy. And very, very chipotle. I would be afraid to serve these to a large group of people.
Yeah, me too.
Because people would be like, if you don't like chipotle, you're going to hate this.
I know.
his sons run it now.
Okay, so Maurice,
His sons Lloyd and Paul, and his daughter Debbie. Grandchildren.
Lloyd, Paul, and Debbie, we commend you for...
We don't need to commit anybody. I mean, I don't know anything about it at this point. I just know at one point, He was all about that Confederate flag.
Yuck. People are so weird. This is another pepper skin situation. There's just always...
Yeah, you don't like pepper skin. I learned that recently.
No, I really, and then I get it in my head that they're caught in my throat. It's like this whole psychosomatic cycle, and it's really not good for my mental health.
Well, what other things? I mean, like, of all the things that get like caught in your throat, like a pepper skin, has it happened to you?
Maybe, but that's not important. I know there are also skins on these beans that could just be getting caught in my throat left and right, but those don't bother me. It's really pepper skins and then tomato skins.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind.
But raw tomato skins are okay.
I don't like these.
Start putting the puzzle together.
The jalapeno, in my mind, if we were just ranking saucy spoon, we go jalapeno, then bacon, then these. These are actually the worst, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. There's something about the direction they went with, like the smoky flavor that tastes ashtray-ish to me. Yeah. But I gotta say, the grilling beans really knocked my socks off.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like I need to taste grilling versus saucy spoon jalapeno.
Okay. That's this, right?
I think it's right there, right? So we got the grilling.
Nope.
Oh, you were right?
And that's the bacon.
Oh, yeah, you were. I saw bourbon and thought it was bacon.
No, it's confusing. Yeah, I really like these. These are the ones we liked, right? Now I'm confused. Too many beans.
Okay. The bourbon flavor is too strong now that I'm back to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good to come back to these. What's our second place? Because I feel like I got to taste two things.
Did your general push it forward method not really work out for you?
No, we just pushed
But we finished everything.
Forward.
So we know that we finished all of them.
The bacon ones, the maple bacon.
Yes.
So
See,
both bushes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that these are the most successful, this taste test. I really love those.
I've had so many beans.
I know. Well,
I've got Beano in my backpack.
he has Beano in his backpack. I do not. So.
But I think it expired in 2021.
That probably still works. See, tune in later to see if expired Beano actually works. Okay, bye.